That was like being thrown in a washing machine while being belted by huge, great rocks.
Thank God he made it through alive. I swim back to the boat and everything's okay. Steve is bruised black and blue, but he's all in one piece. And luckily, so is the boat. We're all glad that's over.
Just downstream from the rapids and back in the calm water, Terry's found an interesting local resident out for a swim.
Little guy. This little guy here is a freshwater snake. Now, freshwater snakes obviously live by water, hence the name, and they're often mistaken for rough-scaled snakes or even called swamp tigers, when in fact they're no relation to the tiger family, and they're not even venomous. In fact, these special little snakes have adapted to be able to eat cane toads, and they're the only snake that we know of that can do that. This one's a baby. They reach about 1 meter in length when they're full grown. And I'll let him go back to his job of ridding this place of cane toads right now.
These calmer waters are also home to a very interesting little creature, water spiders. And these water spiders are a classic example of how animals have evolved to fit into the environment. Now, they're capable of diving in under the water, and once submerged, air sticks to the hair on their abdomen and legs, which makes them able to breathe under the water.
This one's having some trouble with its balance because that air that it's taken down with it has also made it quite buoyant. So far, we've seen all the signs that crocodiles are surviving here, but as yet, we haven't laid eyes on one.
We're not far from the crocodile nest that we found upstream, so we decide to try a few hours of night spotting.
I'm tired. Okay, let's camp it here. Would you like to camp here, Suey?
She's tired, too.
That's a good girl.
You got it?
Yo.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll drag it up. What? Don't worry, I'll drag it up to you.
As darkness sets in, we set out to explore likely spots on the river to watch for crocodiles.
This is where we'll exploit one of the few weaknesses of the estuarine crocodile. By day, they're very wary. They spot you or hear you coming and disappear so fast you won't get to see them. But at night, all their instincts and experience tells them that no one can see them. They seem to think that they're invisible.
Even when they're spotlighted, it doesn't sink in that we can see them. As far as they're concerned, nighttime means darkness, and that's that.
This is one of those times when it's best to leave Suey behind. We don't want her getting excited and jumping into the water when we can't clearly see what's going on.
Steve spotted a crocodile's eye shine from a long way off. And sure enough, there's a tiny croc sitting quietly at the water's edge.
The spotlight's done its trick. The baby croc keeps still long enough for us to get pretty close.
The crocodile's natural caution has finally taken over, and the croc's making a run for it. But by now, we're near enough to keep a close eye on where it's going, and we can easily keep track of it.
Well, this little bloke here is very, very healthy. You can see he's got a good big fat tail, and he's up in the shallows here hunting. He's got his eye shields working, and this is how they should be. Good, sturdy swimmers, a very strong hatchling, this one. More than likely, this one's gonna survive. Perfect. Let's go, Tam. Let's leave him to himself.
Well, now we know for certain that the estuarine crocodile is not only surviving, but it's breeding successfully in the hidden river. Encouraged by our spotlighting success the night before, we're going to try another search in daylight. We're hoping that the one we saw last night wasn't the only survivor from that nest of hatched eggs we saw upstream.
We've decided to concentrate our search on this nice, calm stretch of water. And it was Suey who was the first to spot the slight movement on an almost glassy surface. Thanks to her, we knew exactly where to head the boat.
There's one right there.
It seemed strange at first that it was so easy to move up on this baby croc when we had such a chase the night before. This little one seems lethargic, even in daylight when crocodiles are at their most cautious.
We're going to try snorkeling and moving very quietly through the water to see how close we can get. And that turns out to be very close.
There's certainly a sense of exhilaration, sharing the water with a crocodile in the wild. We're just so close, it's almost unthinkable.
Very few hatchling crocodiles survive even as long as this one. The mother croc builds a nest and lays around 60 eggs. She'll guard that nest with her life, constantly defending it. Her maternal instincts are very strong, and she'll do anything to save her babies.
Gosh, she's beautiful. This must be one of the little ones we saw the nest of, one of the ones that hatched out.
Yeah, he's
We're
precious.
so lucky to get this close to him.
You know, Terry, this is a very special moment. I'm really glad that I can enjoy this with you, but the harsh reality of getting this close to a baby crocodile is he's probably a little bit sick. If you can imagine, 1 in 200 babies will reach maturity. They've got an extremely high mortality rate, and this guy's chances of survival are very minimal. To him, we should be a predator, and we shouldn't be able to get this close.
So he hasn't had much luck getting something to eat.
No, you can see he's a little bit skinny, but even still, this is just so